What's going on, guys? Stein back with another video, and in this video I'm talking about you challenging yourself. Every day you should challenge yourself, whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, whether that's spiritually. You should always challenge yourself. You should always force yourself to get better. You should always find new ways to get better. You should always do as much as you can. You should always find that little extra oomph at the end that's going to get you to that point where you want to be. So it's very important. Every day you challenge yourself. Every single day you're doing something out of the norm. You're doing something different. You're doing something you normally wouldn't do. You put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. You struggle. You're in pain. You're in agony. You challenge. Like, challenges are fun. Like, that's what makes life fun, are challenges, especially if you're a competitive person, because there's really no point in living life if there's no mission, there's no purpose, you're not going to get anything. There's just really no point of living life if you're not shooting for something, if you're not going for something. There's really no point. You have to have a reason, and you have to have a sort of demeanor. You have to have a demeanor to the way you look at things. All right, look, this is going to happen this way and this way. You have to have a structure. You have to have discipline. It's going to happen like this. It's going to happen like this. It's going to happen like this. You want things to be in order. If they're not in order, then your life is not in order. So you put it in order. You need management. Everyone needs management. You need management. I need management. Even the best people in the world need management. Management is the number one thing that will get your life in order. You have a structure, you have a discipline, you have a set plan. If you don't have any of those things, then you're going like at a snap of a finger, just kind of guessing. You're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I might do this, and I maybe do this. It's like, no, you're not doing things in a structured order. You're not doing things in a way that's congruent with your goals. You're not doing things that's align with what you actually want in life. You're not doing things, if you're going out partying, but your goal is not anything aligned with that, then you're doing something completely wrong here. Everything you do must be aligned. Everything you do must have purpose. Everything you do must be centered with what it is that you want in life. So it's important. Everything I say is important, but when I say it's important, like, it really is important every time I say it's important, because I don't just talk just to talk. I talk what things are actually important. It's important that you challenge yourself. It's important that you push yourself to uncomfortable situations. If you don't have this type of attitude, if you don't have things like this, then what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? I think I remember listening to a podcast by Niyu Shobo. He's like, what are you actually doing? Like, this is literally what he says in the podcast. He's like, what are you doing? It's true. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing if you're not challenging yourself? What are you doing if you're not pushing yourself to the edge? What are you doing if you're not constantly working out every single day of your life? Like, what are you doing if you're not reading to get better? What are you doing if you're not learning more? What are you doing if you're not, like, what are you actually doing? Every single moment of your life should be structured. Like, you should be having a structure, a demeanor, a discipline, a set of plans. I'm gonna do. Like I said, management. I just mentioned before earlier in the video. I'm gonna mention it again. Management. Your life should be managed. You should manage everything you do. I mean, even your notes app. I've talked about this before. My notes app is just absolutely loaded with a ton of information about everything I do in life. Everything I do in life, I document. It's very important that you have a structure. It's very important that you document everything you do. Because if you don't, and if it's not recorded, then you have no idea. You have absolutely no idea, like, what's going on. Like, is this going on? Is that happening? Is this happening? Like, you have no idea. You have absolutely no idea. If everything, you know, what I like what Brandon Carter says, if it's not measured, it's not managed. And that's the truth. If you're not measuring, then you're not managing. So measure and manage your life so that way you can see the results you want. It's very important. Measure and manage your life so you can see the results you want. Every day, get better. Every day, improve. Every day, find something that you can look at and say to yourself, I did as much as I possibly could today. I did this, I did that, I did this. I did absolutely as much as I could, and there's nothing that I could have done better. I did as much as I could. Excuse me. This is as much as I possibly could have done today, and there's nothing more that I could have done. You want to say that to yourself at the end of the day. You always want to audit your days too. I've talked about this before. What's one thing you did well? What's one thing you could have improved upon at the end of every single day? One thing you did well, one thing you could have improved upon. There's always ways to get better, and there's always ways to improve. It's about knowing yourself. You have to have rules for yourself, you know. One of my main rules for myself is I have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every single day. And if I don't do that, the structure of my day is off. You know, I'm not hitting the gym as early in the morning as I want. I'm not thinking positive. I'm not my mindset is not flipped to the way it should be is if I wake up early. Because guess what? Your morning, I say this a lot, I'm going to say it again. The morning is literally a fresh start of your day. That's why I love the morning. You wake up like you're dreaming, whatever, that alarm goes off in the morning. It's basically a fresh start to a new life. That's what it is. It's a fresh start to a new life because, you know, we're dreaming. We don't know what happens in our dreams. Like, our dreams are supposed to mean something. But whatever. So it's basically like you're waking up when you're dead. You wake up again. And you live. And you get to live this life that it's like a new life every day. You get to create it. You know, you get to, if you choose to wake up early, which you should. You choose to wake up early. You should wake up early. You should do that. You should do a multitude of things in the morning to set structure for your day. Things like working out, things like meditating, like journaling, doing affirmations, visualizing, reading. These things will set your life forward as opposed to waking up late, not going to the gym on time, you know, not going as hard in the gym as you possibly could, not being disciplined with doing your laundry, just like simple stuff like that, like simple things like there's just so much discipline that you should have in your day that it's just like it's automatic. It should be automatic to have discipline, and that's what happens when you build yourself up. You build yourself up to a point where the discipline is just automatic. It's just on autopilot, and that's how you should be. You should not be like it's a choice to be disciplined. Like, no, like it is a choice, but it should be an automatic choice. Yes, I'm gonna be disciplined. Every single decision. Discipline. Like, and then if it's not discipline, you're gonna figure out a way. How can I make this discipline? Like, what can I do to improve my life? Do I need to do this better? Do I need to do that better? There's always things that you can do to improve your life. Every single day, there's always things you can do to improve your life. You need to max out your life. Max out your life. You want everything. You want to have everything. So it's important that you structure your day. It's important you look at your life and say, I need to get better here, here, and here. These are the steps that are going to get me to get better at here, here, and here. I'm going to learn as much as I can in this area. Boom. So I'm just going to go completely immerse myself in this concept so I can learn as much as I possibly can. Challenge yourself daily. And that's the video for today. Like the video, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we'll see you in the next video.